Welcome back everyone, Mariah here. I hope you had a wonderful Easter weekend. In today's video, I'm going to be going over news in the economy, in the cryptocurrency space, and then we're also going to be getting into the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin just ran up to just above $29,000 here in the last few hours. So we're going to do a deep dive on the price and to see where Bitcoin could be headed next. So I want to remind all of you that if you would like to do a 30-minute call with me, you could also do FaceTime or Zoom for that 30-minute duration. I have a link down below. And what I'm actually doing this month is I'm giving you a free Ledger Nano S if you purchase a call with me. So the call is only $55. So you're basically getting a free call and the Ledger. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Winklevoss twins lent to their crypto platform Gemini $100 million. At first glance, I would say this probably isn't the best thing. The brothers had tried to get outside investments, and that is according to Bloomberg. So if they went out hunting for investors and were not able to find them and needed $100 million to potentially sustain their platform, I would say that's a bit of a red flag in my opinion. That's just my first initial thought without looking into the details of why they needed that $100 million. We have to consider that we are coming to a time where the crypto space has been in a long, extended bear market, and these exchanges make far less more money, obviously, during the down times because their trading is based off of percentages, and their revenue sometimes is a third of what it typically is during the bull cycle. So they build the companies, they build the teams to sustain all of the high volume during that period of time. But then it seems like these companies actually need to better learn how to scale back and prepare for the bear markets, which many do not know how to do. And that's why we've seen so many companies file for bankruptcy. So let's go ahead and get into other news when it comes to Bitcoin and the economy. US presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy says Bitcoin gives the public an escape route from when the bubble burst. This is awesome. He definitely seems pro-Bitcoin, trying to probably attract those younger voters. Just in, 53% of Bitcoin supply has not moved in 2 years. That is actually a new all-time high. A new court filing alleged FTX relied on Google Documents, Excel spreadsheets, and Slack messages to manage its financial controls. I don't find that all that surprising with all the information that we found out. Ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach closed due to widespread worker shortages during contract talks. Goldman Sachs to pay over $15 million in penalties for violating trading rules over a dozen times. Actually, what we see with these banks is that they get a massive amount of penalties, hundreds of millions of dollars, but it must be worth it for them to pay the penalties than to be in compliance, which is pretty interesting. Another thing with FTX, bankruptcy crypto exchange FTX stored private keys to its wallets unsafely on Amazon Web Services. Goldman slowdown in consumer spending moved from theory to reality over the last 2 weeks. A Fed survey showed inflation expectations re-accelerated in March. Credit access worst ever. Texas crypto mining incentives could be at risk. Let's see, these groups look to unite against the Senate Bill 1751, striving to protect the industry. So let's see, Americans Googled, is my money safe at record levels when SVB collapsed last month? Okay, used car prices increased 8.7% in Q1. Super shocking considering the rate when it comes to purchasing a new car as well as a used car. I mean, you're looking at about 7% at the rate when it comes to buying a new car. That's like a perfect credit score. That is the largest increase since 2021. And you know, the numbers around car buying, in my opinion, just don't make sense. And it seems like this bubble, I think the worst bubble that we're going to see pop during the next couple of years is the car bubble. We are 3 weeks out from the next Fed meeting. Futures see a 69% chance of a 25 basis point rate hike in May. That's the highest since the banking crisis began. From there, the base case shows at least 3 rate cuts by December. There is an 87% chance of at least 2 rate cuts this year. The Fed's view remains no rate cuts in 2023. This is the biggest Fed to market disconnect we have ever seen. Pretty wild. South Korean crypto exchange GDAC has been hacked and had nearly 13 million stolen from its hot wallet on Sunday. The hackers took 61 Bitcoin, 350 Ethereum, and 10 million WeMix tokens, and 220,000 USDT. Meta is asking many of its managers and directors to transition to individual contributor jobs or leave the company. That is reported by Bloomberg. Today it was revealed that Apple computer shipments were down 40% in the first 3 months of the year compared to last year. Apple had the biggest drop among all of its peers. Apple insiders, including Tim Cook, sold Apple shares worth over 40 million last week. That was absolutely reported last week. I do recall that. Let's take a look here when it comes to Apple stock, actually. Apple currently sitting at 162.03. I actually would have anticipated it to drop significantly more than that. It's obviously a red day, but the daily chart looks quite healthy and is in a bullish trend. So it looks like, although that news is quite shocking, it didn't really affect the price as negatively as I would have anticipated. Fun fact, only 4.5% of the entire global population are invested in cryptocurrencies. Americans can't afford their mortgages. Debt to income ratio on FHA mortgages hits 44% in 2022. That is the highest percentage ever, even higher than the 07-08 bubble. Lots of defaults, foreclosures coming for low income homeowners. Twitter finally removed the Doge mascot from the icon. So let's see how the price has been doing since then. And then we'll go and get into the price of Bitcoin. Doge down to, let's see, 8 cents here. So this is a daily chart. You can see that big run up that it had here. And so it's basically right in the range of its price. It's actually even a little bit higher than when the price just soared after the Twitter icon was changed to the Doge dog. So that is the daily chart there, actually still in a bullish posture. Let's go and take a look here at the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin sitting at $29,134. This is a daily chart. It looks really nice, but first let's just back up quickly here to the weekly chart on Bitcoin. This is a weekly chart here. Weekly chart looking still in a bullish posture, looking quite healthy. Daily chart looks good. We've made a higher high. We have a green 2 trading above a green 1. The daily chart looks quite healthy. Same thing over here at the 12-hour. 12-hour is in a bullish posture. I'm anticipating maybe a little bit of a pullback here on the 4-hour and then potentially some more room to the upside. Let's see here. We want to definitely pay a lot of attention to when Bitcoin starts getting the $30,000 range. We might see some resistance there, maybe a bit of a pullback. Bitcoin has obviously been unbelievably boring over the last several weeks, just trading in this range here. So it finally had a breakout above $28,000. So many time frames looking really good on Bitcoin, but I would be a bit hesitant here on a fake out. This is a 5-minute chart here, not looking nearly as strong. So Bitcoin up about 3% on the day. Ethereum not looking as strong, up 1.5% on the day, sitting at $1,887. Gold pulled back a little bit today, back down to $19.91. Coinbase stock up nearly 8% today to $66.13. Litecoin sitting at $92.65. So across the board, most altcoins are up significantly today. We have DOT sitting at 620. We have Link sitting at 727. XTZ is at 111. So yeah, like I said, in most cases, many of these coins here are up a few percentages. With when you put Coinbase into the mix, Coinbase is actually the strongest look on the day. Electric vehicle related stocks, Tesla down slightly today to 184.51, and other electric vehicle related stocks up a few percentages. Let's take a look here at marijuana stocks. Tilray up almost 6% today, up to $2.75. We have a few marijuana related stocks in the green today, a couple of them in the red, but majority looking quite decent. let's go ahead and look at majors here. So SPY is at 409.61. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Daily chart still looking good. Obviously a little bit of a pullback here, and the daily chart is looking strong on SPY. So when it comes to Bitcoin and SPY, the daily charts look really nice on both of them, and it has been a green day here for SPY. And so we are still continuing to see that correlation, but Bitcoin is the winner today, definitely outperforming SPY. We have McDonald's sitting at $283.78, Costco at $493.83. So that is all that I have for you today when it comes to news in the cryptocurrency space, as well as the economy. Like I mentioned earlier, I have that call link down below if you would like to schedule a 30-minute call with me. So that is all that I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.